Hi guys, good evening. Can you hear me? Hi guys, good evening. Can you hear me? If anyone not audible, yes, rejoin the session. Just rejoin into session. Okay, anyone not yes, not audible, just rejoin. Let me check it. Yes, everyone is fine. Yes, if anyone not audible, yes, rejoin the session. Yes, let us start. Let us start session, today's session. So yesterday, 7:30 p.m. day 2 session. Day 2. Yes, about Java discussed. The Java history 1995 to today. What's happened in Java? All the Java history discussed. Okay, Java. Let me review yesterday topic. So yesterday started actual classes. So what is Java? Java is an object-oriented programming language. Java is an OOP language. What is object-oriented programming? We'll discuss next. JDK, JDK, Java Development Kit. Okay. Here, this is from the sons of, basically from the sons of, nowadays it's Oracle Corporation. JDK 1.0, first version of Java released in the year 1995. First version of Java released in the year 1995. 1995, I was engineering second year that time. JDK 1.0 released with main features as below. JDK 1.0 released with these features here. They are initial features. Yes, like independent platform, portability, OOP language, independent platform, portability, OOP language, scalability, security. These are yes initial features. Next version 1.1 in the year 1996. Yes, in 1.1 JDK divided 3 editions, like 3 editions. Next 1.2, 1.3 and all these versions up to 13. Our topic is up to 13. Okay. JDK 1.5 major changes were done. Here major changes, many features were added here. Released in the year 2004. Okay, with JDK, yes, 4th edition, even 4th edition Java effects also added. So finally Java divided 4 editions like this. 4 editions. With JDK 1.5, Java got the success. So Java got the success. How many years? Almost 10 years. See, 1995 first version released. 2004 JDK 1.5. With JDK 1.5, Java got the success. So almost 10 years it was taken. Okay. Standard edition, it's a Java technology, means our syllabus. Enterprise edition is application framework, application develop all the frameworks. Next, mobilization and effects. These 2 editions are not in use. Industry not using these 2 editions. Just using only yes enterprise edition and standard edition. Yes, Java standard edition. Just learning Java technology. Just it's a Java technology. Yes, our syllabus. This is our syllabus. Okay. Next, enterprise edition. It's application development part. Yes, all the frameworks. All the yes, Java standard edition. Our syllabus. See our syllabus. Our syllabus day 1 expansion. Our syllabus day 1. On day 1, our syllabus expand. Day 1. Java standard edition. Yes, this is our syllabus. Core part of Java. All the fundamentals, logic based programming and all this. Java OOPS concept features. Next, other topics like string buffer, this object wrapper classes, exception handling, collections, IO streams. networking, multi-threading, next version-wise features. So first day, yes, covered about our syllabus. Okay, second day session, yes, about enterprise expand here. Yes, all the frameworks. Yes, Java frameworks. There are Java frameworks. Okay, Struts, Spring, Hibernate, Hadoop, Spark, Spring Boot, and microservices. They are the Java frameworks. Okay, yes, Struts framework outdated. Now currently we are using Spring framework and Hibernate frameworks. So these are to develop internet-based applications. Framework contains all the predefined classes. Predefined classes, yes, with frameworks, yes, many advantages. Advantages like this. Okay, yes. Next, Hadoop and Spark framework is for the big data purpose. Okay, see, by the year 2010, 90% of existing apps were migrated to Java. Yes, by the year 2010. Yeah, these existing applications were migrated to Java. It's different reasons. That reasons all we discussed yesterday. Okay, see, in the year 2010, Sunsoft taken over by the Oracle Corporation. Yes, Java has become leader in the industry in the year 2010. By the year 2010, it has become leader. Now, what is present Java position? See, 80% of internet-based applications were developed in Java. Next, and also all big data applications developed in Java. Okay, 80% of internet-based applications, all big data applications developed in Java. Means lakhs of applications developed in Java. To support lakhs of applications, how many Java resources required here? Yes, how many Java resources? Applications in lakhs. So resources are in millions. 1 lakh equal to 1 million equal to 10 lakhs. 1 million is equal to 10 lakhs. Okay. Yes, thanks. Yes, feature of Java. Yes, feature technology AI. AI that may come in 2030 means next 10 years. Java, no doubt. Just 2030, maybe AI comes to picture completely here. So next 10 years, no doubt. Suppose even AI comes here. Yes, if you worked in Java, yes, you can adapt AI easily here. 1 second. For Java developers, once you started working as Java developer, nothing impossible for you. It becomes very easy here. Once you expert in Java, nothing impossible in the software world. Java developer can do any kind of things in the software world here. Any kind of new technology can adapt easily here. That is Java developer. So this is about yesterday's class. Yes, today class. Let us start. Let us start with these features. Yes, let us start with this. Yes, day 3, day 1, day 2, day 3. Day 3. Okay. You see, last 2 classes sessions already shared. Yes, today. Yes, Java features. Today about Java features. JDK 1.0 released with main features as below. These are the Java features. Let us say about these Java features. About the Java features. See, to understand these features here, you must have some basics. Yes, to understand all these features, you must have some basics. Basics like OS knowledge. Yes, about operating system. See, about operating system. Okay. Yes, what is OS? How that OS is working? Just basic idea of OS. Enough. That how OS is behaving. When you're running Java program, how OS is behaving. That OS behavior. If you know that OS behavior, you can understand Java very clearly. You can understand independent of platform. Yes, platform means OS. To understand these features here, you must hear that way is behavior. You must hear that way is knowledge here. How ways is behaving, that way is behavior. Next, yes, about interpreter. Yes, about interpreter knowledge. Okay, interpreter. About interpreter and a compiler. About interpreter and compiler. So once you have this knowledge, then easy to understand these features here. Way is knowledge. Next, how interpreter and compiler is working. This is minimum knowledge in the software field. Okay, next apart from this, about exe file. Yes, about exe file. How exe file working? About dot class file. About exe file and dot class file. Yes, if you know that, then easy to understand all the features. So first of all, let us start with these basics here. First about ways, after ways, next about interpreter and compiler, next about exe file and dot class files. Okay, so once these topics are completed here, then easy to understand these features here. Now let us start with basics. See, I'm starting with basics. Just I'm starting with basics here. Starting with basics. Starting with basics. Starting basics. Yes, non-IT background guys also can understand. Non-IT background guys also can understand. Yes, I'm starting from very basics here. Also can understand here. Yes, from that level I'm starting here. From the scratch I'm starting here. Just starting with basics. Non-IT background guys also can understand them. Okay, starting with very basic from the scratch. From the scratch, I'm starting topics here. Okay, very scratch from the scratch. Who don't have the any computer knowledge also can understand them. From that, I'm starting topic here. Who don't have minimum knowledge in computers also they can understand our topics. They can understand this topic here. From that, I'm starting very scratch. From the very scratch here. See, computer where. Computer where. See, computer where. See, computer where. Computer were basically two categories. Computer were basically two categories. First one, hardware. Second one, software. Second one, software. Yes, even kids also can understand this one here. School going kids or yes, 10+2 kids also can understand. Okay. Yes, undergraduates also can understand these basics here. Anyone can understand here. Undergraduates also can understand. See, computer were. Computer were basically two categories, hardware and software. See, why I'm explaining from very basics means you guys must have every knowledge. Every knowledge. Once you facing interview here, every topic you have to explain very clearly. That is my intention here. So that's the reason started from very basics. Every question you have to answer. For every question, you must have the answer. So for that reason started from basics here. So first of all, hardware. So what is hardware? Hardware. These are physical components of a computer. Hardware. So these are physical components. So these are physical components. Physical components of a computer. Physical components of a computer. Physical components of a computer, like keyboard, keyboard. Next mouse. Okay. Next hard disk. Okay. Next motherboard. Yes, all these hardware components. Okay. Yes. So these are hardware components. Okay. Yes. So these are physical components of a computer. Keyboard, mouse, hard disk, motherboard, RAM, and all this. We can touch all these parts. But this is not ours. We are not a hardware engineers. We are not a hardware engineers. We are the software. Okay. Yes. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. One second. నేమ్ ఏంటి? Yeah. Okay. It's going on. అవుతుంది. Yes. Hardware. These are physical components of a computer. Okay. Yeah. This is not ours. We are not a hardware engineers. We are the software. So let us start with software. Yes, our area software. Software. Yes, I think you guys are wondering. Started from very basics. Okay. Most of the guys are wondering. Yes, started from very basics here. Yes, even kids also can understand it. So that level started. Yes, I think most of the guys are wondering. See, yes, even these basics, there are some unknown facts. In basics also, there are some unknown facts. There are some unknown facts. Okay, even guys are having 10 years of experience also, they don't know about these basics. They don't know about these basics. Okay, yes, let us see. Yes. See here. Yes, audio disturbance, just rejoin. Yes, audio disturbance. Yes, rejoin the session. Just rejoin. You rejoin the session. Rejoin. Just rejoin. Krishna Chaitanya. Just rejoin. Just rejoin. Software. What is software? Software. Yes. In software, yes, everything is a program. Everything is a program. Yes, everything is a program. In software, everything is a program. Yes, it's a collection of programs. Yes, it's a collection. Yes, it's a collection. It's a collection of programs. It's a collection of programs. Like C, C++, maybe Python, yes, Java, something like this. It's a collection of programs. Software is a collection of programs. Collection of programs like C, C++, Python, Java. Yes. See, software. Software basically two categories. Software basically two categories. Software basically two categories. Software basically two categories. First one, system software. System software. Second one, application software. System software, next application software. Okay. See, software. Software basically two categories. Software basically two categories. First one, system software. Next one, application software. Yes, what is system software? Let us see about system software. System software. Yes, it interacts with the hardware components. 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 Example. For this example, ways operating systems and device drivers. Okay. Yes, system software. It interacts with hardware components. Example, operating systems and device drivers. Okay. Next, application software. So what is application software? Software? See, application software. See, this is for the purpose of application development. For the purpose of application development. Application software. This is for the purpose of application development. Applications, apps. Yes, you guys tell me some apps, some examples. See, you guys are working with some applications every day. See, in our daily life, we are using many applications. Can you tell me some applications? Yes, guys. Very simple question. Examples of some applications. Can you tell me some applications? See, in our daily life, using many applications. Yes, good. Yes, many are responding. Yes, I like this kind of response. See, my class are interactive classes. My class are always interaction with you here, expecting response from you. Okay, good. Yes, WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube. Yes, go to training. Yes, calculator. Okay. LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Facebook. Yes, Twitter, Instagram, calculator. Yes, IRCTC, railways. Okay, fine. Yes, banking applications. Good. Thank you for your response. Thank you, guys. Yes, I'm expecting this kind of response from you guys. Okay. Yes, Facebook, it's application. Okay. See, WhatsApp is an application. WhatsApp is an application. Okay. Twitter is an application. Yes. Flipkart is an application. Okay. See, websites, company websites, applications, company websites. See, now go to training, right? See, go to training is also application. Okay, go to training, go to meeting. Okay, yes, sir. Zoom application, all the applications here, food delivery apps, Zomato, and all the applications here. To develop this kind of applications, we need some softwares. To develop this kind of applications here, to maybe banking application, mobile applications, many applications. So to develop such kind of applications, we need some softwares. That softwares are application softwares. Application softwares. Best example, Java. Java is application software. Mostly used application software. Java is a mostly used application software. Next, Python. Python is application software. Yes, Hadoop is application software. Next, databases are application softwares. Okay. Yes, C language, application software, C++, like this, many kind of things. See here, in software, many technologies we are using. So which is exactly application software? In software, yes, almost around 100 technologies we are using. So which is exactly application software? See here, like we are using some languages. Okay, some tools we are using. Okay, tools using. Next, some packages we are using. There are different kind of things we are using here. Languages like C language, C++, Java, Python, HTML. Different kind of language we are using. Tools like data warehousing tools, testing tools, AWS tools, DevOps tools, reporting tools like ClickView, Tableau, package like ERP package like Tally ERP, SAP ERP, different kind of things, right? So like this, lot of many technologies we are using here. So which is exactly application software? See, what is system software? Yes, it interacts with hardware components. Any software which is interacting with hardware components, anyone which is interacting with hardware, that is system software. See, only voice interacts with hardware, others cannot. Other softwares cannot. Only voice and device drivers. See, device drivers, of course, part of voice. Device drivers are part of voice. Okay, so only voice, only operating systems interact with hardware components. So except, see, interacting with the hardware components, that is system software. Which is not interacting is a application software. Application software cannot interact with the hardware components. Only voice interacts with hardware components. Okay, see, simply here, except voice all are application softwares. Except OS, all are simple here. All are application softwares. All are application softwares. Except OS. See, these are very simple things, basics. Even basics here, even fundamentals. There are some unknown facts. There are some unknown facts. See here, my intention is everything you should know. Yes, once you started. Yes, once you started journey with me, I'll give lot of information. I'll give a lot of information. 3 months of journey, you'll get lot of knowledge. Yes, no doubt. Yes, gaining lot of knowledge. Okay. See, except ways, all are application softwares. All are application softwares. See, somebody is thinking about notes, class notes, running notes. No, it's not necessary. You guys don't write any running notes. Running notes is not necessary. Running notes is not necessary. Just to try to focus on the class. Try to understand all the concepts here. Try to understand it here. So concept going forward, programming. Yes, almost 300 programs will be discussing. 300 programs I'll explain. So everything try to understand it here. Running notes is not necessary. Yes. For you guys already prepared. Yes, today 6 to 7:30 batch. Further some areas topic taken. Memory management topic. Yes, for them this document was open here. 6 to 7:30 batch series. Today topic. Introduction to software. Software is a collection of programs. Software is a collection of programs like C, C++, Java, SQL, other programs. Software basically two categories. Software basically two categories. System software, next application software. System software, next application software. System software. System software. It interacts with hardware components. It interacts with hardware components. Example, device drivers and operating systems. See, application software. Yes, for the purpose of application development. Examples. See, except OS, except operating systems, all are application softwares. That's it here. See, 1 second. Running notes is not necessary. Every topic I have prepared very clearly. Even single line are not missing. Even single line are not missing. Every topic I have prepared document. See, my order of explanation, document order is same, no difference. Okay, whatever the order explaining here, same order document prepared. So even single line are not missing here. You guys don't try to write any running notes. It's not necessary. Running notes is not necessary here. Try to understand the class. That's it here. Try to understand the class. Still any doubts are there, you can ping here. Yes, chat box available. In chat box, you can ping any doubt. Yes, I can see here. Yes, I'm checking, I'm observing your doubts also. Chat box, I'm checking chat box. Okay, I'm observing chat box. Yes, any doubts are there, you can ping in chat box, or else still after finishing class or still you have doubts, WhatsApp is there. Yes, still doubts are there. Yes, clear. Yes, my class are friendly classes, like a friend. Yes, I'll be moving like a friend. It's not like a sir and student. Like a C. In software field, no concept of sir. Everyone is hi, hi, hi. Yes. In my office, they are calling us hi, Hemen Rao. Don't say sir. Yes, colleagues are everyone. Simply saying that hi, Hemen Rao. That's it. Hi, Hemen Rao. Okay. Yes. Here, no sir concept. Here, just any doubt, just you feel like a friend, like your colleague, like your brother, or like your parents, something like this. You can feel like that. No sir here. Okay. Yes. So you can very clearly prepared. Okay, fine. Now let us continue topic. So application software for the purpose of application development. See, except ways all are application softwares. Now, see, Java is a application software. Java is application software. So before going to application software, let us see something about OS operating systems. something about OS. Yes, about operating systems. About OS. About OS. About OS. Okay. Yes, operating system. About OS. Yes, here guys, some question for you guys. Some question. Question is, can we run any program without OS? Say yes or no. Answer yes or no. Can we run any program without OS? Simple question, very simple question asked. Can we run any program without OS? Yeah, thank you guys. They are very active. They are responding properly. Good. Good. Please respond. Yes, fine. Yes, many are actively responding. Good, well and good. Yes. Yes, answer is no. We cannot run. Yes, can we run any program without OS? No. See, except bias program. Except bias program for all programs OS requires. Except bias. Except bias program for all programs OS requires. What is bias? Yes, what is bias? Bias means yes, basic, yes, input and output. Basic input output system, right? Bias means basic input output system. Bias means basic input and output system. So what's the role of bias? Exactly what is bias? Bias, yes, it's a chip level program. Okay, it is chip level program. Yes, it's a hardware related program, not software related. It's a hardware related program. Okay. Yes, what's the role of bias? Chip, very chip in motherboard. There is a chip. In motherboard, this chip here. It's a chip level program. Bias. Yes. What's the responsibility of bias program here? See, bias is responsible to boot your OS here. Bias is responsible to boot, yes, OS, to boot OS. See, before going to start OS, first of all, bias will start. See, before going to start our operating system here, first bias will start. See, once power on your system, here, so initially power goes to bias program. The signal goes to bias program. Bias program activates. First of all, bias program activates. After activating here, yes, it will load OS from hard disk to RAM memory. So bias is responsible for the booting OS here, to boot OS. Bias program is responsible to boot OS here. So what is booting process? See, what is booting process? Booting. What is booting? Booting is a process of loading OS from hard disk to RAM memory. RAM memory. See, OS always running inside the RAM memory. See, OS, Windows OS or Linux OS or Unix OS, take any OS here. All the operations running inside the RAM memory. Now this currently OS is running the RAM memory. Yes, this Windows OS running inside the RAM memory. Okay. So what is booting here? Booting is a process of loading OS from hard disk to RAM memory. For this, bias is the responsible. So before going to start OS, first bias will start. Running bias will start. Bias will activate OS. OS loading into RAM memory. Once OS loaded into RAM memory, your system is ready. Now let us see about OS. No topic is about OS. Okay. See how that OS is working. See, yes, your computer. Suppose maybe your laptop or desktop, something like this. Okay, so first of all, hardware. There's a hardware. On top of hardware, there's the operating system. There's the operating system. On top of hardware, yes, operating system. Operating system. On top of OS, yes, all the programs running. See hardware, OS. See, once OS setup is done, your system is ready. See, when you purchasing laptop, when you purchase a laptop here, that laptop vendor will set up the OS and will give us, right? Once OS setup is done, your system is ready. Now this OS running. Now this OS is responsible to take your request. This OS is responsible. This OS is responsible to take your request. Okay. Yes. Here, suppose learning some C language. For this purpose, you have to install C software on OS. Learning C++. C++ suppose learning Java software. Python software you have to install on top of OS. Suppose learning Hadoop should be installed on top of OS. So yes, using database, the database has to install on top of OS. Okay, all these are what application softwares. All these are application softwares. All their application softwares. Application softwares. See, these application softwares running on top of OS. C program or C++, Java, Python, Hadoop database. All of the programs running on top of OS. That means OS giving platform. OS giving platform. On top of OS, all are running. On top of operating system, on top of OS, all these programs running. So OS giving platform. So it's acting like a platform. It's acting like a platform. So what is OS? What is OS here? Yes, it's a platform. Yes, OS is a platform. OS it's a platform. Yes, what is OS? It's a platform. Okay, here question is here. Yes, what is operating system? Yes, simple question. What is operating system? Maybe asking this kind of a simple question. What is operating system? Yes, it's a platform. It's a platform. Yes, where we can run all the application softwares, all the application softwares. So it's acting like a platform. Yes. Okay, OS it's a platform. OS it's a platform. It's a platform where we can run all the application softwares. See, not only platform here, not only platform. Suppose C program generating or C++. These programs generating some output generating. So output of that C program simply delivered to OS. First of all, output of all the programs delivered to OS, and then transfer to output device. Then finally transfer to output device. Suppose input from the keyboard. So first of all, keyboard data, input from the keyboard. Keyboard data goes to OS. Yes, from the OS to yes, your program simply. So between application software and hardware, there is a OS, like a mediator. It's a middle layer between these two. Okay, so exactly you can see it's interface. Mediator means interface. Exactly what is interface? Now OS acting as interface between application software and hardware components. Yes, it's an interface. Next point. Yes, it's an interface. It's an interface between applications. It's an interface between this application software layer, and this hardware layer, hardware components. Okay, hardware components. That's it. It's an interface between application software and hardware components. Okay, see here application software. Through the OS it communicates with hardware. No direct communication. Through the OS only here. Application software through the OS it can communicate with hardware components. See, for communication purpose in OS there is a library. In OS there is a library. What is exactly library? Library is a collection of functions. Library is a collection of input-output functions. Library contains all input-output functions to perform IO operations. See, functions means C language functions. C language. See, OS like Unix OS, Linux OS, Windows OS, Mac OS. There are different operations. Almost all the operations were developed in C language. In C language only. Almost all operations were developed in C language. That library contains all the C language functions, input-output functions to perform IO operations between application software and hardware components. So every ways there is a library. Okay. So every ways there is a library to communicate between application software and hardware components. Ways using library. Ways using library to communicate between application software and hardware components. Okay. Yes. Every ways has its own library, to communicate between yes application software and hardware components. To communicate between application software and hardware components. Okay, every ways has its own library to communicate between application software and hardware components. Okay, next one more important point here. See, Java perspective. Some important points here. Here's some important points here. See these programs, C program or C++, Java, Python, all the programs. First of all links with OS library. After linking with OS library, then communicate with the hardware component. First of all, linking. Okay. So every program has to link. Every program has to link with OS library. Okay, every program has to link with OS library before going to run it. First linking with OS library, after linking with OS library, then execution starts. Next, finally communicates with the hardware components. See, every program has to link with OS library before going to start execution. First of all, linking with OS library. Okay. Suppose if it is C and C++, is a statically linking. Java and Python is a dynamical linking. Dynamically and statically. That point we'll discuss next. This is not right time. See, Android is also OS. Okay. Yes. C and C++. Okay. Statically linking. Java and Python dynamically linking. That linking concept we'll discuss next coming class. Okay, in tomorrow class getting static linking and dynamic linking. Okay, so every program has to link with OS library. Yes, before going to run. Yes, is compulsory mandatory here. See, remember this point. Fourth point is very, very important for us. Fourth one is very, very important for us. Every program, maybe C program or Java program and all this, linking with OS library. Yes, how C program links with OS library? How Java program, Python program links with OS library? That topic we'll discuss next. So this is about OS. Yes, enough. This concept is enough to understand Java features. Not more than this. This is enough. So what is OS? Let us review. What is yes? See about OS. See, can we run any program without OS? No. Except BIOS program. BIOS is not a software program, it's a hardware program, it's chip level program. Except BIOS program, for all programs OS required. BIOS means basic input output system. BIOS stands for basic input output system here. It's a chip level program. Hardware related program this is. BIOS is responsible to boot OS here. Booting OS. Booting is a process of loading OS from hard disk to RAM memory hard disk RAM memory. Okay, so what is OS? It's a platform. On top of it, all are running. Next, it's an interface between application software and hardware components. It's a platform, it's interface. Next, OS is having its own library for communication purpose. Next, every program has to link with OS library before going to run. That's it. Same points explain document also. See the documents about OS. See this. But this same all that points explained very clearly. Same points. So this is about OS. So running notes is not necessary. You guys, running notes is not just you follow the class here. Okay. Yes. Now see software, system software, next application software. Okay. Java is a application software. Java is a application software. So let us move to application software. Now let us move to application software. Yes. See, application software basically two categories. This is a friend. Yes, you guys, this document for you only. This document I'll be sharing with every student. Don't worry. This document for you only. It's a around 500 page document, 550 page document with 300 programs and more than 500 interview questions. Well prepared document. Completely my experience. This is completely my experience. This document you can't compare with anyone here. My experience is more than industry. Even Google also will not give that much of information. Yes, I'll give that much of information here. See, application software. Here they say front end and back end. Front end, back end. So what is front end? What is back end? Let us say about front end. What is a front end here? See, front end. Once again, what is a front end? What is a front end? See. See, what is front end? Exactly. See, this is front end. See, here we are filling some information, right? Okay. Yes, first name, last name, email address, and phone number. All this information we are filling, right? All this information we are filling. All this information we are filling, right? And register. Yes. So this is called as front end. Now it's collecting data from you, right? We are the end users. We are the end users of this application. End users. Okay, is collecting data from us and storing to some location. Yeah, this is called as front end. So front end, it collects data from users, collecting data from users and stores in some location. That location called as backend. Backend is for the storage. Storage. See your data collecting and storing at some location. Okay, after finishing your class, now Durga Soft online team, they will take your data and they'll start follow up. Means your data stored somewhere. That location is a backend. Backend is to store and maintain data. Front end is interacting with users and collecting data from you. Okay, see here front end, back end, front end, front end, front end. These are to interact with end users. End users. We are the end user. We are using that application, so we are the end users. So these are to interact with end users. It collects data from end users, stores in the backend. Stores in the backend. So what is backend? So backend is to store and maintain data. Backend to store and maintain it. To store and maintain data. Examples: databases and files. Databases and files comes in database. We can store data. Database like Oracle database, MySQL database, SQL database. There are different database servers. Next, files like Windows file system, Linux file system, Hadoop file system, HDFS, big data to maintain big data using Hadoop. Okay, so this all the data storing, yes, backend. So backend is to store the data. Backend is for this data storage. Backend is for the data storage. Okay, front end is to interact with the end users. So what is Java? Java comes under front end. Java is a front end. See, behind of this form, yeah, this is Java program working here. Java program taking your data. JSP, it's a JSP page. It's a JSP, Java server pages. This form developed in JSP. So JSP is a Java program. So Java program taking data from you. Java program taking data from you. Okay, means Java is a front end. Java program interacting with you. So it's taking data from you. So Java is a front end. Java is a front end. So let us move to front end. Okay, in front end, there are languages and packages. Package. Package is a ready-made one, ready to use. Like MS Office, a package. Ready-made one, ready to use. No programming. Next, ERP packages. Tally accounting package. ERP like SAP ERP, Oracle ERP. They are ready-made packages. We can use directly. No programming in this. In packages, no programming. Direct we can use. Okay. Next, language. In language, we should write the coding. We should write the coding. Java is a language. Java is language. So let us move to languages. See. Try to observe it. Way of introducing into Java. How I am introducing you to Java. Introduction into Java. Introducing you to Java. See. Started with computerware. Computerware, hardware and software. Java is a software. So that's the reason started software. Started with software. In software, system software, application software. Java is application software. Java is application software. So that's the reason move to application software. In application software, front end, back end. Java is a front end. So move to front end here. Front end. In front end, language and package. Java is a language. Java is a language. Java is a language. Now moving to languages. Yes. Now languages. See languages. Yes, what is language? What is language? What is a language? Just it's a media of communication. Language is a media of communication between two things, two persons, or two animals, or two trees. Every living thing has its own language. Language is a media of communication. See, I'm communicating with you. How? English language. I'm using some English language to communicate with you, to explain about my knowledge, to explain my experience and knowledge. I'm using English. So English language I'm using. Just it's a media of communication. Okay. Now come to software. Yes, software languages. Software languages. Software language. In software here, there are two things. First one, computer understandable language. Computer understandable. Computer understandable. Computer understandable language. Computer understandable language. First one, yes, computer understandable language. Next one, yes, see, in software, computer understanding some language. Next, we are understanding some other language. User understandable. User understandable. User understandable. User understandable language. User understandable language. Computer understandable language and user understandable language. Yes, what is computer understandable language? What is computer understandable language? That depends on generation of computers. Computer understandable language depends on generation of computers. Yes, how many generation of computers? Generation of computers. I think this is not expected. I think you guys, generation of computers, very basic question. Generation of computers. Deepak saying that 5 generations. Next others. How many generation of computers? How many generation of computers? How many generations? 5 generations. Totally 5 generations. First generation. First generation is a, what is first generation? Vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes. So vacuum tubes based computer. First one. Second generation. Second gen. Yes. Second generation. Yes. Transistor based. Transistor based. Yes. Vacuum tubes and transistors. It's the electronic subject basically. See, in our engineering, we have the one subject, electronic subject, somewhat interesting subject, electronics. Easy also subject. Okay. We have one subject in, I think, second year or third year. We have that subject. Okay. Yes. First generation, second generation, next third generation. Third gen is IC based, integrated circuits. IC based, integrated circuits. Integrated circuits. IC based. IC based. Fourth generation. Fourth gen is a processor based computer. Processor based. Now this is present generation. Present generation. Fourth generation is a present generation. Processor based. It's a processor based here. Processor based. Fourth generation. Yes. Fifth generation. What is fifth generation in computer? Next generation. Future generation. Yes. Anyone can guess it? Future computer. What's the future one? Fifth gen. Yes. Good. AI based. Deepak, good. AI based. Artificial intelligence based. Yes, yesterday little bit discussed about artificial intelligence. AI based. Okay. So AI based. See, processor based computer using low level language binary codes. AI based using high level language. AI based computer is a high level language. Using high level language. AI based computer using high level language means like English language. Processor based. Now presently it's a processor based generation here. Present generation, presently. See, AI based. Yes, maybe. Yes, in 2025 maybe coming to the market. 2025 maybe coming to the market. AI based computer. Okay. Yes, processor based. So what is processor based? Yes, understandable language. Processor based computer, understandable language. So what is this language here? Understandable language. Understandable language is a binary codes. So what is binary codes? Binary code is 0s 1s format. Binary codes, yes, binary codes. So this is 0s 1s format, like this binary format. Binary codes, 0s and 1s format. It's a system understandable language. Binary code, it's a processor understandable language. It's a processor understandable language in the form of binary code 0s and 1s. Here, this language called as low level language. Processor based is a low level language. In future, AI based, that is high level language. Okay. See here, this is computer understandable language. Next, we are understanding some language. We are understanding language like Java. Suppose Java, test.java. See, this is like English language, right? It's like English language. Java like English language. Suppose C program. See, this is also like English language. Okay, so Python scripting, Linux shell scripting, HTML, all are English languages. Python scripting. Yes, English language, right? All that English language. So this is called as high level language. Yes, it's a high level language. Java, C, C++, all the high level languages. So languages are basically two categories. Languages are basically two categories here. Software. In the software, languages are basically two categories. First one, yes, low level languages. Second one, high level languages. Low level and high level languages. Low level and high level languages. So what is low level language? Low level language, it's a system understandable language. Yes, it is a system understandable language. System understandable language. System means processor. System means it's a processor. It's a processor. System means it's a processor. It's a processor. Sorry, it's a processor. System means processor. Okay. Yes, it is in the form of binary codes. It is in the form of binary codes. In the form of binary codes. It is in the form of binary codes. Binary code like zeros ones formats. That codes. Yes, zeros ones format is binary codes. Okay, binary codes. Yes, it is called as machine language. It is called as machine language. It is called as machine language. It is called as machine low level language. It's a machine language. Low level language. It's a system understandable language. System is processor. Yes, it is in the form binary codes. Zeros ones format. It is called as machine language. Processor. Yes, 8085. That is world processor. In 90s, 8086. Initially 8085 processor. Later 8086. 90s started using 8086. That's electronics completely. That's not required for us. Okay. Low level languages. Next, high level languages. Next is high level languages. High level language. What is high level language? Yes, it's a high level language. Yes, it's a user understandable language. It's a user understandable language. User understandable language. Yes, it is in the form of English language, like English language. In the form of English language. English language. In the form of English language. It is in the form of English, like English language. It is like English language. Okay, just it's like a it's like English language. Yes, it is very easy to understand. It is very easy to understand here. Very easy to understand here. Very easy to understand. Okay. Yes, you guys, some question for you guys. Which is first high level language? Here some question for you guys. Some question. Which is first high level language? Which is a first high level language? Yes, Balak Kiran is very active. Good. Thank you, Mr. Kiran. Responding well. Immediately responding. Yes. Yes. Like this, some guys, almost 10 to 15 guys are responding very well. Very active in the class. Be active in the class. Okay. Yes. Yes, most of the guys are saying that C language. Yeah. Balak Kiran, next Vishwateja. Yes. Rekha. Good. Yes. C language. Mahesh. Yes. Rajeshwari. C language. Deepak. C language. Yes. These guys are responding well. Good. Thank you for your response. So, which is first high level language? First high level language, C language. C is a first high level language. C language is a first high level language. High level language. Okay. High level language developed. High level language. Yes, developed by whom? C language is a first high level language. C is a first high level language. C language is a first high level language developed by whom? Developed. Who has developed? C language? Who is the author of C language? Any idea? Who has developed C language? Yeah, these guys are responding. But Dennis Ritchie. By Dennis Ritchie. Yes, Dennis Ritchie. Yes, Dennis Ritchie. In the year 1972. See, before C language already B is there, but that is not official language. B is not official language. C is officially released. B is not official language. Before C, they say B language is there, but B is not official language. First is C language. After C language, next is like Fortran. After C language, any other language like Fortran, Basic, Pascal. There are different languages. C++, C language, yes, C++. Official languages are, see, Fortran not official language, not is using officially. Fortran, Pascal, Basic, very old language, not using officially. C language is first language, no doubt. After C language, next is C++. After C++, next to Python. After Python, next VC++. After VC++, next Java. Okay, after Java language, next like HTML, shell scripting, PHP, Python, like Perl scripting. Yes, next Scala. Recent language is Scala. Latest language is Scala. Scala using for the big data. Scala using for the big data. Okay. See, Hadoop and big data also I'll explain one day. Okay. I'll take separate class on Hadoop. What is exactly Hadoop? See, I have very good experience on Hadoop also. Yes, 4 projects completed on Hadoop here. Java, yes, my total life is Java. Yes, Java 18 projects, sorry, Java 12 projects completed. Yes, Hadoop 4 projects. Yes, Hadoop also I'll explain. One day I'll explain about Hadoop. What is Hadoop, how it's working, that also we'll discuss. Okay, so C is a first high level language. C language is a first high level language. Okay, fine. So this is about low level language and high level language. See the document. In document also very clearly prepared. Low level language and high level languages. Low level system understandable. Machine language, next one more assembly language also comes under low level language. Machine language, assembly language, computer understandable language. Okay. Yes, high level language, user understandable. See, in language also we have some generation of language. First generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation. Totally 4th generation of language here. First and second comes under low level language. Third and fourth comes under high level language. Third and fourth. Yes, we'll discuss. This topic also we'll discuss next. Okay. Yes, next here. See, high level language. C program or see here. Java program. It's a high level language. Next, C program. It's a high level language. Next, Python scripting. It's a high level language. These are high level languages. High level language, right? See, Java program. System cannot understand this Java program. Yes, C program. This C program. Okay. Yes, your computer cannot understand the C program. So this is a high level language. This high level language has to convert into system understandable language. High level language. That high level language, yes, has to convert into binary code. Binary code. High level language has to convert into binary code. Who will do it? Yes, who will do it here? High level language has to convert into binary code. Which one will convert from high level language to binary code? C program to binary code. Which one will convert? Which one will convert? Which one will convert from C program to binary code? C++ to binary code? Which one will convert here? Yes, interpreters and compilers. See, interpreters. Yes, interpreters. Interpreters. Yes, interpreters and the compilers. Interpreters and compilers. Interpreters and compilers converts from high level language. From high level language means that English language. From high level language to binary code, zeros ones format. Okay. Interpreters and compilers converts high level language to binary code. Okay. See, some languages are interpreter based languages. Some languages are compiler based. There are some interpreter based languages and there are compiler based languages. Interpreter based. Example, Python, HTML, JavaScript, shell scripting. They're interpreter based. Compiler based, C, C++, .NET, something like this. Okay, interpreter or compiler. Either interpreter or compiler convert from high level language to binary code. After converting it to binary code, program executes generating outputs. So next, what is interpreter? What is compiler? Now we should discuss about this one here. So next we should discuss about interpreter and compiler. Okay, see your document very clearly explain here. Yes, compilers and interpreters. Compilers and interpreters are used to convert from high level language to low level language, means system understand language. Yes, interpreter versus compiler, there are 9 points. Okay, very interesting. This is very interesting. Okay, 9 points. Yes, almost it will take for 45 minutes to explain about interpreter and compiler. Okay, interpreter and cover the differences. Next, what is Java? Java depends on what? Compiler based or interpreter based? The Java concepts here. Okay, say about Java. Yes, so till now we have discussed about basics. Okay, today topic is prerequisite to understand Java. Yes, today topic is very important. If you good at this topic, then easy to understand Java. So Java, next Java features. So tomorrow topic is about interpreter and compiler. About interpreter and compiler. Next about Java, starting Java concept starting. Okay, after that, next about Java feature. Yes, independent platform explaining. Tomorrow topic is about interpreter, compiler, Java introduction, and Java features starting here. So once you completed, then in Java installation and Eclipse installation and all these things here. That's it here. Okay. I hope everyone you understanding very clearly. Yes, guys. Tomorrow also same link. Till Saturday, same link. So thank you guys. Have a great night. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow with same link. Same time, 7:30 exactly. Thank you.